In 2019, me and my friend YASH BETGERI made a short film called Perilous Passion. It was awful, but there was something about that experience that was very special. I sort of itched to create more, so we did exactly that. Over the years, we made a lot of short films, appeared in other indie projects, and hence, we have Anticipation. Our first attempt at a feature-length movie that mixes coming-of-age drama with absurdist comedy, as well as a hint of action. The story follows three unique perspectives. One being of Sven, a young man who believes he is a werewolf in the midst of struggling to connect with his past peers. The second perspective is Billy, a filmmaker who is wondering whether he should pander to the masses to create something successful. And the third one is following two cops named Lana and Marvin, as these three stories intersect into one another. Not only do these stories provide a unique feeling in terms of tone, but it also creates this unpredictability to this movie. These three plots seem so disconnected at a glance, but as you see them all come together, it adds this sense of excitement, as well as a aha moment, which I think you don't really see that a lot with indie films. And that kind of segues into my next point is, I want this movie to be entertaining. I think too often as filmmakers, we have a tendency to get too caught up in what's the story we want to tell and making things deep, that we forget to, enjoy the whole process and make something that a lot of people enjoy. And that's what I want to do. The movie is definitely a drama. There are moments where characters struggle with who they are. But at the same time, there's more to life than just being sad. So that's why I kind of wanted to make a movie that mixes these more grounded moments with these absurd, comical shenanigans. And also there's some action in the movie because I really like that genre, and it's been something that I've been experimenting for a while, and I can't wait to show you guys that. Now, visuals are important. Well, I mean, next to audio, if a movie kind of sounds like this, that's a problem. But a movie's visuals is just as important. And to segue into the next part, I will let my fellow co-director, YASH BETGERI, take over. Take it from here, Yash. This setting, it's not really visually interesting.
My name is YASH BETGERI. I'm the co-director and co-star of Anticipation. I'm currently across the world on another journey, blazing trails, pushing boundaries, expanding horizons. Just living life to the fullest. But as with any creative endeavor, my spirit still hasn't left the world of anticipation. Since Raymond touched on our background of filmmaking and the more narrative aspects of the film, I wanted to primarily focus on the visual aspect of the film. Speaking of which, the aspect ratio. The movie tackles three distinct perspectives, so we wanted each one to look and feel like its own distinct world held together by the bigger universe of Anticipation. A cool way to do that, I figured, was to give each character their own specific aspect ratio through which they view the world they lived in. Maybe they feel boxed into a nostalgic catatonia, or maybe they feel so overwhelmed by a dramatic life that they just can't seem to catch a break from. Or maybe they yearn for an excitement so large that even the screen can barely even handle it. The script tackles all these emotions through dialogue and pacing, while the camera does it through aspect ratio and framing. Due to the grounded nature of this story, we decided to film 2 of the 3 perspectives on an iPhone 14 Pro Max. It was also the only camera we had, so framing became a vital part of making this project look semi-professional while still keeping it grounded in its tone. We had access to very few lenses, so paying innate attention to detail to how the characters were structured and angled in relation to what the camera sees turned a massive technical lock into a pretty cool creative key, in my opinion. With a budget of about $1,000 and an intermittent filming schedule of, I want to say 2 weeks, give or take, we have managed to film more than half of this movie already. with about a third left and several sequences ready to go. As hectic and as chaotic as filmmaking can be, especially with tight deadlines, with limited schedules, I'm proud of what we've achieved so far. We truly had a great time filming what we could. I'm really proud of everybody, every single person from cast to crew. Everybody's really nailed it so far, and I'm excited to see where this takes everybody. We have crossed most of our hurdles so far, and here is where it gets a little bit tricky for us from a financial perspective. But hey, that's where you guys come in, right? To provide a truly immersive experience for audiences, you guys. And to finish the film, we need your help. The campaign shows tiers of rewards with the level of financial donations from a special mention in credits thanking your support of this film, all the way up to executive producer and producer credits. Well, we don't have much to give in terms of merchandise outside of signed posters and copies of the film. I can promise you this without a shadow of a doubt that any single donation, big or small, will go directly into our relentless effort of making this movie as good as it can possibly be. We are passionate about this project, we are passionate about cinema, and we want to do this justice. Thank you so much for your support and for taking the time to check out our campaign, giving it a shot hopefully. And hey, I look forward to seeing this project come to fruition. I'll see you guys till then. Probably at the movies.